And I remember when I walked inside the classroom, out of nowhere, I ended up seeing my teacher turning on the projector, and she decided to put on my videos in front of the entire class. At that moment, I really did not know what to do, and things got a lot worse than I expected. Yo, what is going on, you guys? My name's Bubba, and welcome back to another really embarrassing story. Now, this story honestly all takes place back when I was in high school, and funny enough, this was my grade 9 year. Now, in grade 9, I had a pretty bad stutter growing up, and honestly, it led to a lot of people treating me differently. I always tried to show that I didn't care, and honestly just did things my own way. And honestly, me having this sort of confidence or false confidence in myself at the time really did help out and showed girls that they can like me for who I am. But still, even at this time, I wasn't pulling a lot of women. I was pulling girls and still doing the devil's tango, but not as much as I did in my grade 10 year. Anyways, going on with the story, I remember one of my passions back when I was a kid was, funny enough, making videos. Even in my grade 9 year, I always enjoyed making videos, making content on the games that were coming out and I was really good at. And back in my grade 9 year, I would never tell anyone, and I mean a single soul, that I was making videos online. The reason for this is because they already made fun of me for my stutter. I can't imagine them making fun of me for making content online that might be considered cringy. Because back in my high school days, being cringy online wasn't considered cool, and making videos online was in no way something to be known for. If anything, it was abnormal, it was weird, and once again, it was just purely cringe and not really sigma to be making videos online. But aside from that, I remember my grade 9 year, I decided to take a thing called theater class so I could basically try to get rid of my stutter. I thought if anything, I should try solving my issues back when I was in high school and my insecurities instead of just dealing with them and just pretending all the time that I didn't care what people said about it. So I decided to basically take theater, and honestly, it really did help out. But one day in theater class, I remember I ended up getting a notification on my phone, and it was basically my own video getting uploaded. I always scheduled the videos back when I was in grade 9 because I just felt like it was a lot easier to maintain and basically take time off my hands to not have to be in my computer when I want to upload a video. And I remember as I was sitting in my theater class and my phone notification went off, it was my video being uploaded. And I remember the guy beside me that was sitting beside me looks over and says, wait, what? Does that say Bubba just uploaded a video? Oh, what? Oh, Bubba's like a cool YouTuber. I don't know who it is. Bubba, you do realize your name is Bubba, right? Yeah, but like it's a different way of spelling. Like it's B-U-B-B-A, not B-A-B-A like mine. You sure, bro? Yeah, I'm sure. I tried it so hard to play it off and pretend that the channel wasn't mine that just uploaded a video. But what this guy decides to do is decides to pull out his phone and search up my channel name. And well, when you search up a person's channel, usually it pops up. And that's when he ended up seeing all the videos I've ever uploaded back when I was in grade 9. And back then, I'm gonna say this right now, my videos weren't the same as you guys are watching right now. And I remember when he was beside me and pulling up my channel, I ended up basically grabbing his phone and ran outside with it. I didn't know what else to do. I really never thought of the situation where someone might find out my channel. And I remember as I ran outside, he ended up chasing behind me and said, Bubba, what are you doing, bro? What's wrong with you? Listen, dude, I'll give you your phone back, but please don't tell anyone about this. About what? Your channel? Yeah, like, just don't tell anyone. Bubba, if you ended up getting popular, what do you expect would happen? Like, no one's gonna know it's you? Well, like, I'm not popular, and that's a problem for future me, but like, just don't tell anyone about it, okay? Sure, man, whatever you say. I remember at that moment, he ended up walking away, and I was like, okay, well, I mean, he's not gonna tell anyone, I hope. Until I remember a couple days went by, and I was still making videos, still making content, but then one video I ended up posting online actually ended up going viral. Now, back then, viral wasn't like 1 million to like 2 million views. Back then, viral was like 100,000 views. And I remember one of my videos actually ended up blowing up insanely. And it was one of my commentary videos that I was playing Black Ops 2 on, where I was just talking about some drama that was happening online. But then obviously my video blew up since I was talking about a very popular trending topic that was happening online. And well, let's just say the next day when I got to school, I remember the same guy that ended up finding my channel days before ended up walking up to me. He walked up to me and said, yo, Bubba, you're like becoming famous, bro. Huh? Oh, you saw the video blowing up? Yeah, dude, like congratulations, man. Like you're gonna make it. Thanks. Yeah, no, I didn't expect it. And I remember when I entered theater class, right away, I started noticing that a lot more students were staring at me than normal. I was super confused on why, and I was just kind of lost because, well, I don't know, I wasn't really like the most charming dude back when I was in grade 9, so the fact that these guys were all staring at me made no sense. Until I realized a lot of them started walking up to me afterwards and asking me about the drama that was happening online, and basically when I actually started making a channel. It got to the point where almost every kid in my class was surrounding me, and my teacher ended up walking up to me as well. My teacher walks up to me and says, so Bubba, I've heard you have like some sort of now social media presence online. Is that true? I mean, kinda, yeah. And I remember my teacher, what she ends up deciding to do was basically make the lesson of the day how to become an online performer. Meaning that instead of learning basic theater like Shakespeare and Hamlet and, well, all these other weird plays that most people would watch, she decided to pull out the projector and put on the screen my videos. And obviously she decided not to choose the only trending video, but she ended up actually going through a bunch of old videos from back in the good old days of me making content. I remember when she started putting my old videos, and even all the ones that were absolutely terrible, everyone in my classroom started staring at me. And also me, I started basically looking away, cringing at myself, because no content creator online can actually handle hearing themselves and watching their own videos. Unless you're like Mr. Beast, obviously, but that's a whole different person. But seeing everyone watching my videos, I remember people were making fun of me literally right when I was right there in the same room as them. And I was basically getting to the point where I couldn't handle it anymore. I remember even at random moments, my teacher would pause on the video and start talking about how the video could have been better. Which, don't get me wrong, I don't mind constructive criticism, but at the same time, in front of a whole classroom, and also not to mention, my teacher wasn't even an online persona herself. So the fact that she was making fun of me, I remember it started really to make me upset. And it got to the point where I got up and I left the classroom and ran out of there. I ran out of there before anyone could ask me any questions, and I ended up skipping school that entire day and actually going home. I was so embarrassed to even go to school the next day, I didn't end up going for the next week. And it got to the point where, actually, funny enough, my teacher ended up calling home and started talking to my parents to see if I was okay. Obviously, my parents didn't know what was going on because, well, my parents didn't even know back then that I was making videos. I mean, I think my mom knew, but I didn't think she would, like, you know, ever question or ask anything, because my mom always had faith in me when it came to making content online. But as for my dad, he was super confused, and honestly, I remember my parents both ended up coming downstairs and started talking to me about basically how we have to be smart on the internet and how you have to make sure you make right choices. Honestly, I don't know what they would think of the channel now, but one thing I will say is that if you're gonna post any sort of content online, make sure you're actually happy with it, because all the videos I post online now, I wouldn't mind rewatching. But obviously all the ones from back then, well, honestly, if this video gets around 1,000 likes, I'll show you guys the videos that I was talking about, because trust me, it was really cringe. But if you guys have ever made a video online or even posted a photo online, fall for more embarrassing stories just like this one. Peace out, guys.